Yeah, it's about to go down. It's about to go down. I'm smacking these beetles, but they trying to distract me from this spider that's about to get tangled with this ant. Look, he reaching over, He's testing the waters. The ant's like, screw that. I'm out of here, man. Spider's like, nah, man. Nah, bro. Come back. Here goes another ant. He's like, yo, it's all good though. We got backup. We got backup. We got ants all over this piece. Yeah. Big ants. Ants big as spiders. And these ants jump. I found that out earlier today. They red, they got big teeth, and they jump. They don't mess with me. These beetles is goofy as hell though, bro. These beetles are super goofy. Trying to fly all in my face, my nose, my cup. Oh man, speaking of my cup. Man, that's the cinnamon. They ain't gonna like that. Nope, they don't like cinnamon. From what I heard, you can sprinkle cayenne and cinnamon. You can sprinkle some cayenne and some cinnamon around your house. Let's say if you don't want them in your garden, pest in your garden, you sprinkle cinnamon on your garden, or you sprinkle cayenne around the garden. Keeps out pests. I just so happen to be drinking hot cinnamon. All right, here we go. It's going back up. Oh, he's moving with authority. With authority. Uh-oh. He sees. Oh! What happened? The ant jumped. The ant jumped. I told you the ants jumped. Look, the spider's like, what the hell? See, the spider was after the ant. So this is a spider that doesn't have a web. It's nocturnal. This is one of two. A wolf spider or a brown recluse. Or, hopefully not, a male black widow. And if a male black widow's getting that damn big, we got problems. Major problems. And wolf spiders, I haven't known them to walk around walls with such grace. More clumsy, and they like to stick to the floors. I have killed plenty of brown recluses at this house. This is the first house I've ever seen brown recluses at. Fun fact. When I was 18 years old, I bought the Encore album by Eminem. And one night, a brown recluse walked across my floor. I don't even know where that guy just went. Oh, there he goes. Did I see another one? Need some light. saw another brown recluse walk across my floor when I was asleep one night. From that point on, at that moment, the very first thought was, I was like, what the hell is that? Because I saw it crawl from underneath my couch I was sleeping on. And then it crawled towards the TV, and the shadow from the TV just made it look even crazier, right? So I was like, what the hell is that? This beetle, just ridiculous. Just can't get right. Anyway, so I got up and walked over and turned on the light and went to grab like a shoe or something. And I couldn't find it. I was like, nah, that thing is so big, I don't know how fast it's gonna react if I try to kill it with a shoe. And I was like, I want to know what it is. If I kill it, I won't know what it is, because it'll be all smashed up, right? You know, when it gets smashed up, all the colors blend together and stuff, so you don't know what you're looking at. So I said, all right, what is this? I went over and grabbed some, I was trying to look like Genuine back in the day. So I went and got the little curl kit and the S curl kit, and I done my little S curl. And when I used to put gel in my hair, but then I found this stuff in Tennessee called like it was something like, it was a spray. And when you spray it, man, it's stuff that black people use, right? But when you spray it, it looked like the white boys stuff, like how they be having their hair spiked out, like crisp spikes, you know what I mean? And it don't move. They'll rock and everything, won't move. This stuff, you spray that stuff, this little goo on your head, and it's light when it sprays on, and it smells flammable as hell, right? And I knew it was flammable. It was super flammable. This shit is probably what got Michael Jackson done in. But Pepsi type shit. So I ended up grabbing this little pink bottle, this little clear bottle with pink cap and everything, ran over, flipping everything over, chairs and everything, found this brown recluse trying to escape to the corner. Now the house is made of wood on the inside, so it blends in with the floor and everything. So I was like looking, moved the couch, and it crawled over by the TV set, tried to get behind the TV and everything, because I was like, damn. So I was like, I got that spray. I sprayed that bad boy. It took about 4 steps and it froze. Did not move again. It had 8 legs. It took 4 steps and froze. Let's say 4 lengths of itself and just froze. It froze mid-stride, and then it started to curl up. So after that, I'm filming a video, so I just got your little big toe over here. Yeah, it started to curl up, and so I was like, okay. I looked at it, got a good close look at it, picked up like a napkin or something, and then I had an idea. I was like, I went and got a little a needle that from a sewing kit, and I stuck it through so I could pick it up. And then I had some tape from me running track, some tensor bandage tape, where you medical tape, and I took that and I pinned it to the medical tape, spread out its legs, and then I took that Encore album by Eminem, and on the back where the tracks would be, I took the tape and spread it out, and the spider spread out perfectly. This thing covered almost, it covered the length of the CD pretty much. This is a brown recluse. Giant brown recluse. I'll say it was about as thick as my palm, with a little even further. Yeah. So I ended up yeah, that's how I pinned up my first brown recluse. That's how I've seen my first. That was my first experience of a brown recluse in real life. I had heard about it in Texas. They called it the violin spider, and I had never seen one. I just saw a lot of wolf spiders, and you know, where you see wolf spiders, you don't see brown recluses, because wolf spiders make colonies, and they make huge colonies, and they were all around our house. So there was no time for brown recluses to hide out. We keep a clean house. There was nothing dank. We didn't have a basement. If you got a basement, brown recluses like to hide in basements. They like moist, dark, pretty much the same type of environment that you would see a black widow. But black widows are more like a regional area. You got to be in the right region. But yeah, these brown shits is big, bro. Brown recluse is big around here. Around here, they gets big. So yeah, that's my experience of nature. Being a little nature boy back in the day. Shouldn't say a nature boy, but just growing up, experiencing the life that is life around you. You know, a lot of people don't pay attention. They don't know the names of stuff. They don't understand their purpose. They don't they're not scientists of their environment. They're not scientists of their own. I was always taught that when you learn something, you use what you know. Ooh, there he goes. That's a wolf spider. It's a baby. It's a baby wolf spider. He's a pretty one. He was trying to get that ant. Looked like he might have gotten one. Looked like he might have gotten one. He might have got you one, buddy. Here, I'm gonna go out, get some definition on it. Hopefully he don't run away. There we go. So the spider. Wolf spiders can jump. When they're little like this, they're graceful. They can climb. They're graceful. But they usually hunt other spiders. He was hunting the web. There's webs in the door. And he was hunting up they're just like wasp of the night. I'll say that much. They're like wasp of the night. They everything you see the wasp do in the daytime, the wolf spider will do at night. They'll go and check all the flowers, all the cracks, all the corners. They're gonna sweep your house for spiders, and then they'll kill them. They'll just eat them, and they'll go through them. Not just spiders. They'll get lizards, crickets. They'll go get them. They find out they're like little police. Like I said, like wasp. The wasp are like police also. They go and hunt these guys. It's funny, these guys hunt the same thing, so, and they're like the vampires, the wolf spiders. They're more like the vampires. They come out at night. And the vampire slayers, will be the wasp that come out in the day. The wasp will sting one of these guys inside of their brain, and then they will haul it back to their house, which would be probably some little hole in the wall or some mud or pipe organ type of hole that has a larva inside at the back of it, and they'll have probably about 15 to 20 of these things sitting inside of it, all still alive, but just remember how I said I sprayed that brown recluse? Yeah, how it just froze. That's how they'll be. That's how they'll be. They'll be sitting there frozen, cryogenic freezing. They'll be in a coma. Just cooking. You know, waiting for the baby to arrive. And when the baby comes out, it's death. It's all death. The baby is waiting to eat them. And when it eats them, it goes through them and it tastes the specific spot on every last one of them where the mother stung it. So it knows genetically. It knows like a butcher. It knows like a butcher that carves open its product, knows what's good, what's bad, what it likes, what it don't like, but it knows where the sweet spot is at. It knows where mama's venom is at. And it probably takes that venom and amplifies it inside of their own. Ants are like wasps, except they don't got the stingers, they got the bite. So probably more like hornets without the stingers. Let's say more like bees without the stingers, because they more associate like bees. They're more like bees, except they do a lot more teamwork. Bees teamwork, they teamwork to kill your ass. Bees will teamwork. I mean, yeah, they'll teamwork. They'll move the hive. They will move heaven and earth, pretty much, because life itself does kind of revolve around the bear and the bees, the birds and the bees, the bears and the birds and the bees. But the ants, this is their kingdom. The ants rule this kingdom. We were told to observe the ant. Be wise as serpents, gentle as doves. Hence, the name of my channel is Repent as Doves. With the $sign, it looks like serpents as doves. But the repent means to turn around. This is just English speaking. If I was to say it in Hebrew, it would mean something different also. I would say Shuba. Yashub. Shuba. Shuba means to turn back. Like Shabbat. It means to rest. It means to turn around to God, to the Most High. Shabayot. Shabaya. Shubaya. It's not Shabbat. Shuvaya. Shubaya. Turn back to Yah. Shuba Nashar is Shuba Sifor Sefer Shuba Sefer Sefor Shuba Sefor would be more like repent as doves, turn back like a dove. Shuba Sefor. C4. Shuva C4. And it's kind of funny that they make explosive out of dove dung. That's kind of interesting to me. But yeah, man, I think that's about all I got for you guys for tonight. It's a little bug video, a little creepy crawly video about the bugs, the bears, and the birds. You know how we sitting over here on the big bear, the Behemoth. You know what I mean? That's biblical. We're not sitting on the dragon, even though the dragon is sitting on top of the Behemoth also. Supposedly we're supposed to be standing on top of the serpent's head, bruising his head as his head bruises our heel. Just like the bear. The bear's heel is bruising the serpent's head. You've seen my videos. You've seen my videos. The earth is a behemoth, and then what's around the earth is a leviathan circling around the behemoth, wrestling Michael and the dragon. War over God. There is only one who is like Yah. Who will decide? It's kind of funny because their motto is there can only be one. Yeah, those are the dragon boat guys coming over to mess with the first fruits, the bears, the berries. And then they deceive, dressing up as angels of light. Yeah, this world is a pretty interesting situation, guys. It's not just some dirt and bones. There's actually history to this land. There's actually Yeshai to this land. There's actually Yashaya to this land. What is Yashaya? Yashaya is the salvation. So what is the salvation? Meaning the remains. Okay. Meaning the knowledge, the wonder, the truth. What is? Behold. You say history. I say Yashai. Yashaya. There's a person whose name who Yashaya mentions. You call him Jesse. The same way you call it history, you call it Jesse. Jesse's name is Yishai, Yeshii, like Yashaya, the root of David, the seed of Jesse. So what you gotta see is Yeshii, Yeshia, Yeshii, like Yashaya. David's father is Yeshii. David is a point in time, history, Yeshai. Where do we get the word history? Well, the H is the upside down Y. So there goes one. History, Yeshai, Yeshii, Okay. Easy enough for a baby to say. Don't got teeth to say them T's, do you? But that plenty of yee to go around. Ooh. Look at the Sally. Little salamander. Yeah. Oh, aren't you a slick one? I don't really witness these too often. That's pretty cool. Salamander. Spotted red salamander. Pretty cool there. Just creeping around. I don't think I've ever really witnessed those guys. It's got a little head on them and everything. I've seen little blue lizards. Little blue belly lizard. Little blue back with a silver belly. They sleek around and it's iridescent when the sun hits off of them, like a bird's wings, like a crow's wings. It's iridescent. Like a starling's wings is iridescent. Like a pigeon's eyebrows are iridescent. So, history. It goes to the word yesh, yish, yesh, yish from yesh. Yesh goes to Yah, and Yah. See, yesh is the existence, but yash is the salvation of the existence. That's how you have to have Yashaya. Yasha, I shouldn't say yash. Yasha. Yesh is exists. It is Haya. Haya. Yesh comes from Haya. I am the existence. That means I exist. I always did. Always will. Haya. These things move like centipedes. Now I have seen those red centipedes around the streets in the neighborhood. That's one thing I do look out for. Cause them things is viciously big. They be curling up all roasted. But yeah, that wolf spider might attack that guy. Yeah, that might be something about to happen. Still there? No, the wolf spider's moved on. He's got ants on his butt now. Plenty of them. Yeah, that poor guy's got ants all over his butt now. It's not a good look for him. Probably don't feel good either. But yes, this is some. When you say speaking Hebrew, it's not Hebrew. Like, you gotta understand that people are lazy. People are selfish, greedy. People are careless. So along the way, what is has to be pondered here and there to be further explained. Because people are short and some people are at war. So there's many reasons why things are not the way they're supposed to be. Can't complain. You just gotta go and reach past the break, is what I was taught. In the American side, in the English side, I said if you're looking for Yah, he's gonna be there. You just gotta meet him halfway. Reach past the break. Meaning get off your ass. What you do will make progress towards you just as much. What you do will make progress towards you just as much as you make towards it. It's the spiritual side in accord with it shouldn't say your spiritual side in accord. It's your physical side in accord with your spiritual side. Your spiritual side is always willing. Your physical side, your flesh, is not always willing. And at that point is when you are actually looking for help. It is not when you're not looking for help. That's never been a problem. You always feel like everything's all good, unless you're aware of the truth. But it'll take you some while before you get that point, because you'll know that things are not always all good. The only thing that's good is the truth. And other than that, everything around you is not the truth, so it's not good. Period. So, that's the duality. But it's not a duality at all. Only one is the truth. And whatever you hold on to is what you're going to go with. Because only one's going to remain. Like, there can only be one. One who is like, yeah, I try to tell you guys, dragon or bear, monkey, whatever you want to call it. Monkey king, Michael, monkey, Mikael, it doesn't matter. The upright one, the one that has legs, okay? Just remember that one. Bigfoot, whatever. If you see a bear in the woods, help the bear. That's what the dragon says. Okay. Don't help me, help the bear. If you see me and a bear fighting in the woods, you better help the bear, mother. Yeah. That's how they are. Those are the dragon folks. They put that, they tell you to your face, bro. Yeah. They subtle, very subtle, but that's how it ends up. It's like Jurassic Park. Ooh, homage to Jeff Goldblum. But then there's running and screaming. Oh, yes, yes. In the beginning, there is, yes, yes. That's how it always starts. But in the end, there's running and screaming. He made some of the nastiest movies. He was in some of the craziest. See, the stuff that we see nowadays is nowhere near 80s babies level. You guys are, even as adults, dumbed down compared to what we are been prepared for. We're the critters type cats, bounty hunters, waiting for shit to pop off. All right, like, this is the South. That's how everybody lives around here. You can talk to people about, like, people are simple. They keep it simple. All right. So, like, everybody's ready for some shit to pop off. They wish a nigga would type stuff. But we're mostly peaceful folk. You know what I mean? You don't start nothing, won't be nothing. And that's the American way for us. It's the independent way for us. But, yeah, man. Pretty much, when it comes to knowledge and stuff, like, people have a certain reserve, a certain wealth. You just gotta reach past the break. Not everybody is gonna be so simple. Some of us who don't get along with the simple, but we have family that we get along with that knows us, so that there's no conflict. Like, they understand that we've had a life that was not always so simple, and it never really was. You can't expect ordinary circumstances if you live in an extraordinary lifestyle. Can't expect ordinary circumstances if you live in an extraordinary lifestyle. See, that little one's just sitting there getting it in. This wolf spider is sitting over here playing around with my feet. He's still running around. Don't get squashed around here, man. You better be going after the bugs. Wolf spider. You better go. Yeah, I ain't gonna say that, man. Ain't gonna say that. See, the spiders, they're looking for marks. Mark. Spies and marks. Marks and spies. You gotta know how the lingo goes. how applicable or non-applicable your language is. See, people don't understand how their language applies when they speak it. So when they talk about like 2D chess, 3D chess, 4D chess, 5D chess type stuff, you're talking about the physical things that you're doing in life, moves and stuff you're making. But when you're speaking, see, things happen in heaven before it happens on earth. Things happen in the spirit before it happens in the flesh. So what do you think the idea of this dimensional game that you play? Man, we got some big slugs around here. Comes from? We get these from the spiritual realm, our spiritual bodies, because you're in this dimension, but that dimension is moving before this dimension moves. So therefore, and it's a ripple effect. It's not just from there then here, it's from there on the way here. So it goes through multiple dimensions. That's dimensional chess. The omnipotence is the Most High, and that's a dimension you just don't get. You know what I mean? Like, you can't ponder that type of game. Like, he controls the whole language, even those that are against him work in his favor. It's all about language. It's all about care and carelessness. Language, spirit, because the words that you speak are immediate interdimensional pieces that you apply, applicable, and they hit past, present, and future and beyond. From within and without you. He says there's more in me than more is he in me than there is in all of the earth. See, because the earth does not show or save the truth. It is constantly trying to hide and mimic, and it's late. You know what I mean? The people that run the world, especially, like, they really don't want the truth to be known, so they're not going to show you what, like, how it really applies to the Most High. You know what I mean? So the word is all over the earth, all in and out, all around. Everybody, everything, every vibration, every frequency is plucked, is possessed by the word. You don't need them contraptions, the wizardry, the sorcery. You don't need these things to live a better life than you live. Like, even the word live has been turned into blasphemy. Live is an homage to the Leviathan. Okay. Love, same thing. Okay. Aheb is love, and Kaya is live. Life. Yeshakaya, that's the name of Yashaya. Okay. He said, I am the truth, the way, and the life. Okay. I am the salvation of life. That's Yeshakaya. Okay. So, and it's not life. It's just Kaya. Okay? It's Yasha Kaya. Yeshakaya. Yesha, like history, like saving, like known, like the truth, it could be not known. It just is. That's what it means. It exists. It is, no matter what. It is. Always. Always has. That's whether you know it or not. That's exactly the definition of it. It means whether you know it or not, it exists. Whether they tell you or not, it exists. Whether you could believe it or not, you're gonna have to realize it, and it's gonna show you it exists. And it's not a it. It's he. It's he, man. It's he. So at the end of the day, man, what I'm saying, you gotta realize that all things respond to the truth. Should you know, have faith. Because it's even like, you say, oh, ye have little faith. Because they don't value their word. And if they did, they would learn a better relationship, meaning the history of it. Meaning even when you speak another language, what word sounds like that word in that language? And if that language is older, does this word reflect that word? Or does it, if it doesn't mean the same thing, does it actually mean the opposite of that thing? And that's what people, they don't play that step. They don't take it that far. They don't have that depth. They don't have that relationship. They don't. So when you're speaking to people, there's mostly careless people that just don't take it that far, I'm telling you. But then there are these demons and angels that when you speak, boy, it ain't no courtroom in the world gonna stop what they allow to happen from what you talk. Because you don't know what you're saying, but yeah, they're gonna give it to you. You think you asked for what you asked for, but it means something in another language, and that's what they're gonna, hey, it's okay. Do you understand? No, I guess you don't. I guess you find out now. You're speaking plagues on yourself. All types of stuff. With pride. Pride come before the fall again. It's taking pride in your language. Not even having any clue. You're blaspheming the true language that all things will be judged by. Even your careless words. You saying people can be judged by the language they speak? Yes. He said it's not the deeds that you do. You are going to be judged for the careless words, that every careless word that comes out of your mouth. Especially the ones that blaspheme. I have Ruach Kakma. You'd be like, who is that? In English, you're calling it the Holy Spirit. Okay, let's just say that. But that's just horrible, bro. You just got to get back to what it's actually called. Because then you'll have what you call the ancestral dimensions open up and respond. When I say the spirit moves before the flesh and it's on the way, it's not just instant. Instant can be about how much faith you have, how close you are to it, how much of a relationship you are with it. Do you walk with the spirit? That's the point. It's instant if that's the point. He's instant if that is the point. But if not, most people, it's on the way. Okay? So with that being, thought of, like, you really want to look at it like your spirit is letting you build up to a point to where it's gonna manifest physically, and it's gonna make you pay. It's gonna pay you with everything that you carelessly said, it's going to give it to you. You're going to manifest it. And you're going to be like, I didn't ask for that. But it's going to be like, well, so when you ask for things, you're speaking from a dimension. And in that dimension, some words make it through to us, and some of them come back to you. And it's just stuff that we just don't use. You know what I mean? It comes back to you in pure form. It does come back to you. It's not from us. Because some, like I said, you got to test these spirits. They're not from the Most High. So, like, you get bad genies, bad geniuses, bad reactions. So the point is, it happens in the spirit before it happens in the flesh. So then you call on these evil spirits that respond, lower spirits that respond faster, and you have more faith in them because they respond faster. See, this is the thing. But when the truth goes out and comes back to the Most High, it moves instantly. But when the truth goes out, when you call it from an answer, and he answers, and it comes through and on the way, the better relationship you have with the Spirit, the faster it will come. Even if you are far away, it just happens. Time and space is not a factor. It will move faster because it's more of a relationship. Like things part. Space folds. Time, space folds. Time and space will fold for the truth to claim itself. Okay? So like, you're talking like interdimensional time travel, interplanetary, all type of weird things happen with just speech alone. Beings are words. Words summon things. Beings. Their world, see, you treat them like you treat words. You don't have a relationship with them. You don't know their purpose. It's a spider. Easy, boom, everybody knows. It's easy. This is just layman bullshit. You don't know its purpose. You don't know what it's doing. You don't know why it's here. You just know that you don't like it. It's a word you don't like. Yeah, that's how you treat words. That's how you treat words, because you speak with pride. You treat words like you treat bugs. If you knew more about bugs, you care more about words. I promise you that. Because the words would start to work on you a little bit. You'd be like, yo, why are things called this? Who is naming this stuff? Like, you'll start to get with it. You're like, okay, was this always called that crap? Like, what? This is English. Come on, somebody else in another language can tell me what this is called, And you'll start to understand the truth. You know what I mean? Like, it's like a child, bro. You gotta have a relation. A child has a relationship with the word. The word has a relationship with the child. The child can only access the world and beyond through calling out. Like Adam, just call. Just say, this is what it is and this is what it's not. Bam. That's his job. This is what it is. Bam. And it pleased the Most High. And that's what we're supposed to be doing. So your job. You don't have a relationship with your word, and you're not doing the first job. You don't have a relationship. Just to say your word. The word. Him. Like, the word is living. That's what I'm saying. Like, the breath that you have is living. Does the name that you have give life? It does. Or it gives death, but it's life. It's a spirit. It was before you as a flesh. Some people be like, well, no, I was named after that. No, but you were still, the name has always been, it's always, it's the truth. Like, the journey that you go, even if you change the name, it's a part of the truth. It's a journey. And then if you try to forget and make people forget, then that's where the deception comes in and all that mess. And then you start to deceive yourself, become disillusioned. You gotta have it, all. Like your whole testimony. You can't have a piece of it and expect that to just ride. You know what I mean? Show the bad and then show how the turnaround, the repent as doves, the serpent as doves. These Beatles, bro, I think their job is just to stir shit. These cats got no, come on, man, seriously, what are they eating? How are they getting so fat? What are they really doing right now? I don't think I've ever really seen these guys eat. You just see them bucking and bouncing and getting goofy, getting crunk. Hold on, getting quirk, that crazy work. You know what I mean? What's your job? Just crazy work, son. Look at him. See this brick? She's heavier than me. Crazy work. I'm bucking. Look at that. Bucking. Move out my way. Just bucking. Just straight up. Nope. Just it's like people dream, and then it's like these things just sit around like what do you call them? These things sit around like e-bikes, the little e-scooters in the cities. These things just sit around like e-scooters all damn day, empty. Nobody moves. And then when people fall asleep, it's like their minds are not. Their minds are of this world, or beast-minded. So they end up, since they worship the beast, they end up as these bugs that we're slapping around right now. They're just getting all crazy with look at these cats, just getting all crazy. They fit right in with their mentality. They're just small-minded. Bam. Like I said, they treat words like bugs, so they end up living the word of a bug instead of living the word of the Most High. That's crazy, bro. And I'm gonna end it on that. Wasn't no bugs where I was at in my sleep. When I rest, when I saw how this world, where we stand right now. It's the type of experiences I have. I have whole odysseys and epics when I lay my head to rest. When I used to. But now I don't really lay my head to rest much. It's not really a place for me to rest. To lay my head. But yeah, bro. For real though. It's like when you they used to say, I shouldn't say they used to say, they teach this. And this is one of the things that I say you should learn, that they do teach. They don't teach it, but if you ask them, some people will reference it. That what you call dreams are not really dreams. They're just preconceived events. They're just events that you experienced in the prior day that are transferred or projected in different conceptions, dimensions. So it's your prior day's experience and all the subliminals, things that you experienced that you didn't know that you experienced. That's a big deal. To produce sort of kind of a extra digestive, extra food, an extra experience of life, the truth or the lie, whichever one you indulge in, is what you're going to be given. Like I said, like you'll be communicating with different things and different beings, and you could explain through words, but they won't happen through words, because like I said, not everything you say comes from the Most High. Some of these things are just straight blasphemy. All right, so you're not aware. That's why the Most High Son came through and said, "Forgive them, Father, for they do not know what they do." Like he keeps trying to tell you. Like that was the last thing that he said. Like you don't like. We say do, but like when you say it, it's already done. That's what you don't understand. Saying is doing. It happens in the spirit before it happens in the flesh. For they do not in the flesh know what they have done in the spirit. I think that would be quite a revelation to end this on at 57 seconds and 57 minutes 28 seconds. Alright, on that note, to the Rabbi Hayashar Hay Kadosh Kadosh Kadosh, to the Rabbi Yeshaya Kadosh Kadosh Kadosh, to the Rabbi Hebruach Kakma Asaya Kadosh Kadosh Kadosh. Ashar Yesharun Shalom.